Welcome to Bill Dance Saltwater. Great fun fishing that anyone can do. Yes, you can do this. Hello again, everybody. This week, we're taking off once again from Florida's Space Coast. Just 3 skips of a flat rock away from the world-famous launch complex near the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Spacecoast Snookin isn't anything new to our host, Bill Dance. In fact, anytime Bill gets the chance to fish along the Atlantic side of Florida, you can bet he'll be wetting his line, especially here in the Space Coast section of East Central Florida. Not only are the snook plentiful, but this area is home to an endless day of fishing for speckled trout, redfish, and the tremendous tarpon that like to take off out of the water like a rocket lifting off a launch pad headed for outer space.
Ooh. Come on with it. Oh, good fish. Peter, keep on. Oh, great jump.
Now, while the Space Coast of Florida is loaded with great fishing, bring the rest of your family along too, because there's a tackle box full of things to do in this area, like enjoying the 72 miles of sandy coastline just waiting for you to enjoy, either in the water or on the beach. And hey, don't forget about the many airboat rides that are available for sightseeing. There's canoeing, kayaking, and many restaurants that are here when you need a little downtime for having too much fun. There's always an adventure waiting on you here along the Space Coast of Florida. Guiding Bill again this week, none other than Captain Peter Deeks. Peter has fished these waters for most of his life and knows them like the back of his hand. Believe me, if Peter tells Bill to make a cast towards a certain rock along the jetty walls, you can bet his bait's gonna land right where Peter says, because there's a pretty good chance there's a snook living there. So what do you say? Let's fire up the Mercury and head into the Canaveral Barge Canal that leads out to the Atlantic Ocean and see if the snook are hungry and ready to blast off when we hook into one. This canal is the second busiest cruise port in the world and used by boaters both supersized and recreational sized. As for the snook here, they're the right size when they're at the end of your line.
You know what's amazing to me? Fishing these inlets. You fish one inlet and the fish will run, say consistently, 20 to 36 inches in length. Mm-hmm. And then you'll go to another inlet, say further south. Here at Cape Canaveral, they'll run up to, say, 36 inches in length. And we'll go down to Jupiter, and they'll run, say, up to 44 to maybe even up to 48 inches in length.
Right.
But you don't catch them consistently, say, further north than you do further south. They're bigger, say, further south. But you catch good numbers, say, here at Cape Canaveral.
You do. You know, they're a tropical fish, so your bait got nervous. So they're a tropical fish, so if it gets really cold, they'll die. So the farther north you go, the smaller the fish get because they're the younger fish. About every 8 to 10 years, you're going to get a, ooh, I just got a bite there. About every 8 to 10 years, we'll have a really bad winter, and it'll kill off a lot of snook. So you tend to get smaller fish the further north you go. But you also want a really healthy estuary on the inside, and that also helps with bigger fish. So if you have a recipe where you've got a really big estuary, and then you've got, you know, further south, warmer water, you're gonna have big snook.
You got him. Let me get out of your way.
Feels like a good one. This is a super good one. Woohoo!
It's a super good one.
It's a bigger fish. You want to get that net, Bill?
I'm gonna get it. Oh, look at him stripping that line.
Bill Dance Saltwater is sponsored in part by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Quantum Rods and Reels. Quantum, performance tuned. And by Mercury Marine. Go boldly. Today's conditions log is brought to you by Ego Fishing and their all-new S2 slider landing nets with the most advanced handle extension technology. Take the battle to the water with Ego.
Got him. Let me get out of your way.
Feels like a good one. This is a super good one. Woohoo!
It's a super good one.
It's a bigger fish. You want to get that net, Bill?
I'm gonna get it. Oh, look at him stripping that line.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good one. Oh, son.
Got him.
That's called light tackle snook fishing at its finest.
Look at that.
Boop.
Another pretty one.
Thanks for netting my fish, Bill Dance.
Shark
I'll tell
bait.
you what, for everybody at home, to have Bill Dance net your snook as the sun's coming up, life doesn't get any better than that. Let me hold him up real quick.
Oh yeah, isn't that pretty?
He's probably 30,
Look at
30
that big.
inches.
Look at that big long lateral line. Is that a streamline? Big pretty dorsal. Look at that big dorsal.
A snook is a saltwater bass, isn't it?
Oh, they are. Big eye. Look at that big eye to see you better with, my dear.
All right, let's
All
get
right,
her
let's
back
say
in.
bye, buddy. What I like about it, if you want to store it, look how short it is. But if you want to extend it, look how far it extends. You can reach way out there and get something. But another thing about it is the mesh. It doesn't hurt the slime coat on the fish. Of all the clients you take,
Yeah,
spinning is the most popular, isn't it?
it is. Saltwater fishing, spinning reel is king.
But why?
Well, for two reasons. One is it holds a tremendous amount of line for its size, and you can cast bigger baits farther than you can with a conventional reel, and you can also flip out really small baits far too. So the types of lures that we're using and the different baits, you can throw it out there against the wind a whole lot farther with a spinning reel.
So monofilament versus braid.
Yeah.
You
I mean, I love braid. That's all that I use. Now, fish do see braid, so I use a pretty long leader. But yeah, I live on braid. I need braid to catch these fish. It's sensitive. You feel the strike. You can put a lot more line on your reels. You know, we're out here fishing for mid-sized snook right now, 30 to 40-inch fish. But if you get a 40-plus inch fish, you're going to have enough line when he burns out 100 yards to land that fish.
So when you this particular type tackle, this Cabo, when you and Johnny Morris and I fished, we
Yeah.
used the same type tackle, and
Right.
we were catching 42 to 48-inch snook on
Yeah.
the same type tackle, and it's
Sure.
all this is considered light tackle.
It's like tackle. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So matching the tackle to the size of the fish is that's what just balances out the fun.
It is, and so we have light tackle, we've got braided line, so we're able to have enough power to pull the fish away from the structure, but at the same time, we can put a lot of line on there so we can have
And
fun.
another key is a good smooth drag system.
Yeah, no doubt. If you don't have smooth drag, you're not going to catch these fish.
Man,
That's a big one.
boys, what a happy day in life. Buddy, that's the biggest fish snook I ever even dreamed about. You said big ones, but man, how much was that snook? How big do you think that fish
That was
is?
about 47, 48 inches. We'll call him 48.
There it goes. So I asked you about the biggest you ever caught, and that's right up there, huh?
That's a giant.
That's a
over a
giant.
30-pound snook.
Are you happy?
I'm very happy.
Today's show is brought to you in part by Mako Boats, building legends for over 40 years. Gamakatsu, the world's finest fish hooks. And Bill Dance exclusive rods by Quantum. Today's show is brought to you in part by Pure Marine Odor Eliminator. Eliminates foul fish odors from gear, compartments, and empty live wells. Garmin, bite your fish, not your fish finder. And by Monster Marine Lithium. Lighter, stronger, longer. Today's equipment log is brought to you by Gamakatsu, because the fish of a lifetime only comes once in a lifetime.
Is it a boat or a ship?
It's a yacht.
It's a yacht, yeah. It's big enough, I'll tell you that. You say they leave about dark? Late
Yeah, it
afternoon?
seems like the cruise ships leave about 5 o'clock every afternoon, and then they come in real early in the morning, between like 4 and 5.
Big one.
You got one?
I got him.
Nice.
Yo, whoa.
Whoa. Check him.
That pretty thing in the water.
Slide him right up here. Nice.
Just leave it up on the rail.
Pretty little fish right there, isn't it? About a 32 incher. Boom.
Pretty thing. Bye-bye, buddy. Thank you.
All right, setting her back.
This is considered light tackle.
It's like tackle. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So matching the tackle to the size of the fish is, that's what just balances out the fun.
It is, and so we have light tackle, we've got braided line, so we're able to have enough power to pull the fish away from the structure, but at the same time, we can put a lot of line on there so we can have
And
fun.
another key is a good smooth drag system.
Yeah, no doubt. If you don't have smooth drag, you're not going to catch these fish. Well, you know, another big fish you caught on these light tackle reels is that big redfish. Remember we caught that in Sebastian Inlet? He was like, I don't know, what do you think, 40 or 50 pounds?
Oh yeah, he was a huge one.
Yeah, that was a memory. That was an incredible fight.
It was on that rod and on that particular rod and reel, wasn't it?
I believe it might actually be this one right here. We've got some big fish together.
You know, the fun is on lighter tackle. It's amazing what you can catch if you got the proper reel with the proper drag.
Yeah, it's true. You want a strong braided line, a good drag. You can do just about anything. Light tackle for sure.
You gonna bogey him? Ooh. Man, you got leave it beside it.
Nice and easy.
I hear you laughing. You must look at that big fish. Boy.
Here, grab that. Hold that up.
Boy, he's a twister, isn't he? Whew. How big is that one?
Man, he's huge. At least 40 pounds.
What a fish. Woo. Man, I'll tell you one thing.
They just get so huge in these inlets. So thick.
Man.
So fat.
Thank you, buddy. There he goes. There he is.
God, nice. Nice one, Bill. Good one. Oh, it's a big red.
Oh, it's a big one. Look at it.
Strong fish. Very strong.
They are so strong. They got that big broad tail.
It's an interesting fight because it's so slow and like heavy, and then they have that big head shake. It's just fun.
Boy, look at that whale.
Look at the size of that redfish.
Look at that redfish.
That's full grown.
Yeah, how big do you think that fish is?
45 pounds. Easy. That's awesome. Good job, Bill. Good job.
The Bill Dance question and answer of the week, brought to you by Bill Dance Exclusive Rods by Quantum. Whether you're fishing for panfish, bass, catfish, or light saltwater, we have the action for you. Available at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
Does anyone make a rod holder for a rectangular rail that comes on some pontoon boats? Yep, they do. Millennium Marine. This rod holder is universal to fit most boat railings regardless if they're round, square, or flat, and has 180 to 360 degree rod adjustments. Made with anodized aluminum and comes with a 1-year warranty.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, a new class of comfort, and by Explore Florida's Space Coast. Countdown to adventure. Closed captioning provided by The Bill Dance Store. Check us out online. Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin and their GPS map series, chart plotter sonar combos, with their advanced sonar technology, like Panoptic's Live Scope all-seeing sonar. You'll spend less time finding your fish.
Hey, I got a great product I want to show and tell you about. It's one of Ego's Cryptech Genesis Landing Net series. This S1 model is truly unique and attractive, with a removable handle for easy storage and interchangeable accessories for several different size removable handles and net styles and sizes. And you know something? It floats.
Come be part of Bill Dance Digital. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us.
Rocket launch going up. I hear the roar of it now.
Oh, you can feel it.
Brevard County, I think it's 70 miles long. It borders the Indian River.
Yep.
And just a skip, jump, and a hop over to the Atlantic. It's just a fantastic county for saltwater fishing.
It sure is. Born and raised here, lived here my whole life. Great-great-grandfather came here, and it is a fantastic place to fish.
I know one thing, I've sure caught a lot of great fish fishing here.
Woo-hoo-hoo, he's doubled.
Well,
How's he feeling?
Boy, that one right there's got his power.
Does it feel like a good one you got there, old man?
Oh, yeah, he's
Go,
strong.
boy.
He is strong on, boy. Whoa. I'm going to tell you what, you spell this with a capital F-U-N. Got him up to the boat. There, I thought I did. That has got a smooth drag right there. He's still way down there. Hear him take it run.
You want me to net him for you?
Yeah. Please.
Oh, son.
Yeah, please.
Oh, son.
I see the leader. There he is, coming up.
Oh, son. Oh, it's a big one.
Yeah.
Check that out on that light tackle rod.
Heck yeah, Bill. Coming into the net.
Heck yeah, my big paw.
Lay him right there on that rail. Look.
Oh.
Oh, isn't that a pretty? Woo-wee. What kind of hook is that?
So this right here is a fly fishing hook that I like to use for live bait. It's made by Gamakatsu. It's a B10S stinger hook. It's lightweight, it's sharp, it goes right into the fish with a limited hook set.
What's it, a long shank?
It's a long shank, keeps some of these fish from fraying it up.
Small diameter?
Small diameter. Let's get this big girl back in the water. But those hooks are incredible. Okay, let's get her back in, Bill. It's a nice one. You ready, fish? You ready, Bill? Nice work.
Well, it's hard to believe. The old clock on the wall says snookin' time is over again for today. You know, there's no doubt that Bill and Peter always manage to touch the leader and have a blast while doing it. Another day and another live well full of memories these two will share together. And hopefully, you'll remember them too. Florida's Space Coast, once again, has given these two guys a great day. A rocket full of excitement, some good times, some great memories, and fishing spots that are as good as it gets. Great fun fishing that anyone can do. If you have the opportunity to fish here along Florida's Space Coast, contacting Bill's great friend and expert guide Peter Deeks of Peter Deeks Outdoors won't leave you disappointed. Thanks so much for catching us this week. And remember, this is something you can do. Please join us again next week, right here on Bill Dance Saltwater. We hope you've enjoyed Bill Dance Saltwater and learned that you can do this. Yes, you can do this. Please join us right here next week.